Well, if you thought Suranne Jones was good in Film Club, wait till you check out our final offering. It's a new drama series on ITVX as a box set. It's called Frauds, and here's a clip.
Have you done any jobs since I was away? It's been 10 years, people change. Drive. What? You've only been out 2 minutes. What if the doctor said months, not years? Sorry, I want to do one last job with you. No. You're living on the side of a mountain in a hut. You don't want more than that. One job, that's it. We are going to steal a painting.
Yes, Suranne Jones back again, doing something completely different in this. She's alongside Jodie Whittaker, and the two of them are old friends, but they are professional con artists. They play the parts of Bert and Sam. Now, you're kind of thrust into this at the beginning where Jodie Whittaker, Sam, she drives up to this Spanish prison. She gets out. It's all a bit sort of... I'd not long come out of watching something else where I was kind of like particularly frightened, and then suddenly there's a prison. I think, God, what's happening here? There's prisons everywhere. She drives up, and it's just a bit creepy, and these gates open. And I hadn't read much about this, so I wasn't kind of sure. And then I realised that, of course, Suranne Jones, who plays Bert, is being released from a 10-year stretch, and not just a small time, 10 years in this Spanish prison. And Sam, her friend played by Jodie, is gone to go and pick her up. Now, she's being released on compassionate grounds because she's been diagnosed with terminal cancer. But already you can see the dynamic has changed. So these two are hotshots as con artists, right? They did their jobs well, although we come to find out that that Sam feels pretty dreadful that she wasn't caught as well, and that Bert took the rap for this last one that went so wrong. And she picks her up, and you can see straight away the dynamic has changed here, because Bert has been in prison for 10 years. You know, he's hardened to a lot of things. She really looks the part in this. You know, she's wearing kind of like a vest top, and she's hard in comparison to Sam, who is living in the hills, has carved out a much quieter life for herself, and kind of wants to just live under the radar. Doesn't want to sort of be a part of this, so to speak. And it's really interesting seeing the friends' dynamic. I mean, Sam is more concerned about Bert being unwell, very unwell. She announces she's got months rather than years to live. You see her being really sick on the journey back to the house. And but there's one last thing she wants to do before she goes out. She wants to go out with a bang, and she asks Sam to go on one last mission with her. And that's where this sort of story really begins. They're a real duo. It's a real friendship. But of course, one of them's got nothing to lose. She knows she's dying. And the other one has carved out this very quiet, peaceful life with her own little pool in the backyard, and is really quite happy. So it's a tale of friendship, but also the lengths that you will go to for that friendship. And in this instance, asking somebody to do something that they have walked away from, and quite happily, I think, walked away from. I personally, from what I've seen the first part of this, I think it's brilliant. I think Suranne Jones and Jodie Whittaker, I don't know how good they are as friends outside of this, but there felt like a real connection between the two of them. I don't know what you think, Ian.
This is top quality stuff. And as soon as you start watching it, it's one of those dramas where you immediately feel confident in the script, the story, the characters, the acting. You know, yeah, this is going to be great, and it certainly is. And I mean, who doesn't like getting a gang together to pull off a daring heist? Yes. And B, a criminal doing one last job reluctantly. Yeah, already we're in business. And episode 1 is terrific. So, as you say, yes, Sam just wants the quiet life, and Bert, and well, she's dying, and she's saying, come on, I want one last bit of excitement. Let's do one last job. And so there's a great scene where they break into this bullfighting arena, okay, and they go out into the middle, and there's this really great sequence where Bert is saying, come on, let's pretend that we are, that you're the bull and I'm the matador. And there's this terrific dynamic because she's being quite threatening in a way. You can tell it seems like she's just having fun, but there's like an edge to it, a kind of nasty edge. And yes, as you say, there's this guilt about not going down for the crime, Sam not going down for the crime when Bert did. And the tension there is beautifully done. It means it's much more than just a heist movie. It's an examination of friendship, and betrayal. And we're going to get flashbacks and see them in their heyday when they were kind of, dressing up, stealing from rich people, doing all sorts. So, yeah, and there's going to be getting the gang together as well. There'll be some familiar faces in that, including Elizabeth Barrington, who I absolutely love. Yeah, so one of them's a magician's assistant. They've got a forger. There's going to be some sort of quite dangerous figures from their joint past. So I think this is going to be one of the shows of the year, I got to tell you. And Suranne Jones, she just keeps on producing such quality work. And I think Whittaker is also good. I mean, I think she has sort of probably the lesser role, if you like, in terms of how complex the character is, but she's really good in that supporting role. So, yeah, another great show to end on.